What's good, y'all? Rich Sosa back in the building with another banger, man. So first things first, before we go ahead and get started, I just want to go ahead and say thank you, God, for giving me this opportunity once again. And man, y'all already know what y'all need to do. Be sure to hit that sub button if you're new. Anybody looking to join the Rich Gang family, be sure to go ahead and turn on post notifications, hit that like button, and do not forget to leave a comment down below. So today, I am bringing y'all the top 3 best, rare, and most broken builds on NBA 2K22 next gen. So this first build that I got lined up for y'all today is actually going to be called the Playmaking Paint Beast, and I'm telling you, this build is going to be able to do everything that you want and more. Now, this is going to be made out of the center position, 6'9" for the height, 217 for the weight with a 6'11" wingspan. Now from here, we're going to go ahead and get into the breakdown of what this build is actually going to be looking like. So if you take a quick look, we're going to go ahead and start out with the finishing. For my liking, I'm telling you, each and every one of these builds, I really need to go ahead and make them based off of my own preference, because if I'm going with anything other than what I like, I'm telling you, the build name is not going to come out to what you want. So that is why I am bringing this to y'all a very specific way. But when it comes down to the finishing on this build, I'm going to go ahead and end up with a total of 24 badges. As for the shooting, I'm going to bring it up to around 25, and that is very solid already from here. Now, once we go ahead and really look at what we're messing with so far, I'm telling you, for the offensive end on this build, you're going to be able to do everything that you want, but even more so when it comes down to really being on the playmaking as well as the defensive side. So, when it comes down to it, I'm going to go ahead and say, as for the playmaking on this build, you do have everything that you need, but also remember what this build is going to be looking like once you go ahead and really add in the defensive end. Now, the takeovers are going to play a huge factor in this, but again, this really comes down to the way that you want to pick as well as make this build. So, from here, I would have to say on the defensive end, right now, in my opinion, this build is definitely very well-rounded, but more so importantly, when it comes down to what we're going to be looking like all around. This build is really complete, and I'm telling you, you're going to be able to not only take this build into any game mode, but the more important thing is that you're going to be able to find success in each and every game mode of your choosing. So, from here, I would have to say the physicals more importantly have to be maxed out when it comes down to the speed and acceleration. Go with at least a 70 vertical and then a 90 stamina, and everything is going to work out from there. Now, if you want to, you can really make your own adjustments on this build, but that is really going to come down to the way that you see yourself using this build and also the way that you feel most comfortable with making it. Now, we get the sharpshooting, playmaking, rim protecting, and finally, we are able to get the post scoring. I'm going to go with post scoring first. Secondly, then I'm going to go with spot up precision takeover. Now, if you want to change them, you definitely can do that. It really comes down to what you want to do. But as y'all can see, for the first build, we have made the overpowered playmaking paint beast. Now, once we go ahead and get into this next build, I'm telling you, they are only going to continue to get even better as we go along. So for my liking, I'm going to go ahead and have to say the two-way scoring machine definitely has to be one of my favorite, if not the favorite, point guard builds in all of 2K. Now, I'm not just saying that because I'm bringing it to y'all today, but honestly, the main reason why I say that is because you want to be sure that you're going to have a point guard that's going to be able to do everything on your team, right? So with this one, you're not only going to be able to get contact dunks, but break ankles as well as score at ease. Now, the first version that I did bring y'all of this build, I was getting roasted in the comment section about the pass accuracy. This one is going to be a little bit different from what we are used to, but I promise you, in the long run, everything is going to work out as long as you are patient with it. But man, I'm going to be real with y'all. I might have to go ahead and just show y'all a face reveal when it comes down to Rich Sosa. I love bringing y'all these videos every single day, and the number one thing that I want to focus on as well is being able to actually accomplish these goals and then put them into use for y'all, because I know that for a fact, as soon as y'all continue to see my face, y'all are going to definitely enjoy the videos more so often. But on top of all that, you're going to get live reactions when I'm playing, and also on top of all that, I could do any type of video when it comes down to showing my face. So that is one thing that I really want to be able to bring to y'all in the future. So man, if you are still here watching, why are you not hitting that like button? And we're already more than halfway through the video. So what I need y'all to do is go ahead and just that, y'all. Be sure to hit that like button, comment down below, and to join the Rich Gang family, be sure to go ahead and hit that sub button if you're new. I really just need y'all to know that when it comes down to the way that we're going to be making every single build on this channel, straight demigod builds. Now, when it comes down to the finishing on this build, as you can see, I did end up with a 92 driving dunk. That's going to bring us up to a total of 24 badges, which means we are also going to be able to get the ability to get contact dunks. Now, when it comes down to the shooting, 85 mid-range shot with an 84 three-pointer is definitely something that I'm looking forward to. But even if you wanted to take this a step further, you're going to be able to not only get the contact dunks, shoot lights out, but also maintain pro dribble moves. And as you can see, for the defensive end on this build, you pretty much have everything that you're going to be needing. So honestly, I made this build perfect when it comes down to a point guard, especially if you are running the one. Now, I feel like for the defense on this build, it is looking pretty solid, especially with the fact that we do get an 89 perimeter defense and an 89 steal. As for the physicals, I get that 93 speed, 88 acceleration, 80 vertical with a 90 stamina. Now, from here, we're going to be able to maintain over 100 badges, especially if you do consider the extra badge points that we will be unlocking. But as you can see, for the takeovers, we get the slashing, shot creating, playmaking, and then finally, we are also able to get the lockdown takeover, which is really going to allow us to take this build over the top with what we are able to accomplish. So the very first takeover that I'm going to pick, and I pick it on a majority of all builds, is going to be the ankle breaking shots takeover. Then from here, we also have extra options to pick from. Now, you do have the lockdown that we can go with, but then also if you want to, you can pair it up with any other one. I'm going to say these are going to be the best two takeovers for this specific build. And as y'all can see, we have made the two-way scoring machine, y'all. I'm telling you, thank you to those of you who made it to the end of this second build. I got one final one lined up for y'all, and I promise you they are only going to continue to get even better. I had to go ahead and bring y'all the rare two-way overpowered stretch playmaker build. We're going to be a center that is also 6'9" with the shot creating takeover, which honestly, in my opinion, is what's going to allow this build to be taken to the next level. Now, what I mean by that is, honestly, if you want to, you can take this build into any game mode and straight dominate with it because of what it's allowed to do on the offensive end, but even more so on the defensive end. The builds only continue to get even more special as I bring them for y'all. So again, just know that I would really appreciate it if y'all went ahead and hit that like button. But as you can see, we're making this build out of the center position. As for the height, I'm going to go with 6'9". For the weight, 217. Then for the wingspan, I'm liking how 6'11" is looking. Now for the body shape, I really enjoy builds, but if you want to go anything other than that, you most definitely can do so. So now let's go ahead and get into what the finishing is going to be looking like. I'm going to go with an 87 close shot, 84 driving layup, and an 80 driving dunk when it comes down to the post control as well. 22 total badges right here, and I'm telling you, even you're going to be able to get some nice dunk packages out of this build. Now, let's go ahead and get into the shooting. Remember, this is a stretch big, so the shooting on this build is going to be better than the average. I'm going to go with an 85 mid-range shot, 85 three-pointer, 83 free throw, and that's going to bring us up to a total of 28 badges. Now let's go ahead and get into the playmaking. I'm going to go with an 85 pass accuracy, 79 ball handle, and a 68 speed with ball. That's going to give us up to a total of 23 playmaking badges. And when it comes down to the defensive end, remember, this is a two-way build, so more importantly, we're going to be able to do everything that we want and need out of this build. Right here, I'm pretty much maxing out most of my attributes, but honestly, 28 badges in total, and then consider the extra plus 10 that we're going to be getting from our rebirth build. Now, last but not least, we do have the physicals to work on. So I'm going to go with the 75 speed. As for the acceleration, that's going to be a 72. Skip over the strength, go with the 74 vertical, then you can go ahead and bring up your stamina to a 90. The rest of the attributes, you can throw them into the free throw if you want to. This is just the way that I'm going to make this build, though. You can definitely go ahead and try to move around some attributes to get extra badge points in certain areas. But I'm liking the 28 badges on the defensive end more so importantly. Then we get 23 for the playmaking. As for the shooting, another 28, and finally, for the finishing, a total of 22 in all, and this is pretty much what it's going to be looking like when it comes down to this build. So for the takeovers, we get the rim protecting, glass cleaning, sharpshooting, and also, of course, we cannot forget about the rare shot creating. So the playmaking I'm really liking. I'm also liking the sharpshooting, but whichever one you want to pick, it's up to you. But man, y'all already know what y'all need to do. Be sure to hit that sub button if you're new. Go ahead and turn on post notifications to join the Rich Gang family. Hit that like button and be sure to leave a comment down below. And as y'all can see, the third build, we have made the two-way stretch playmaker. Thank y'all for this opportunity. Thank God. And man, with all that being said, I got one last thing to say. Thank you, God, and Rich out.